message.
Okay.
One click. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we're live. All right. Hey guys. All right, can you guys
Yeah,
tell
now.
us if you can hear me and Jacko in the chat, just to be sure it works before we start? And will this stream be saved? No, it won't be. No, it won't be. The reason is because like most of the tracks are unreleased, so I don't want to leave the tracks unreleased sitting out there in YouTube for everyone to like steal, you know, maybe. So no, it won't be saved.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's really, really important. For that reason, I usually doesn't
Yeah,
give
I don't want to
send
take
the track for feedback because there are many people that stole the tracks, stole the ideas and this.
Yeah, I wanna be safe.
Okay, so we're gonna wait to more people, so we're gonna start the submissions.
I told Illinois as well that he was the first one to go in the live. Whoops. So hopefully he's here. And otherwise we'll just start in a few minutes.
Studio.
Hey. All right, maybe we should just go for it.
Okay, let's go.
And hopefully he's in the live for his feedback. All right, let me know how the sound is as well, if it's not too loud, and let's go for it.
Push me, hold me any way that you like. You can kiss me, tease me, we can go all night. You can love me, leave me bad, please don't bite. You can take my hand, and you'll never be the same again. Push me, push me, push me, go all night. You can push me, 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 go all night.
Well, that's a good start. All right, what do you think?
Okay,
you want me to go first, or?
For me, I think that the guitar at the beginning, I already hear that in any other track, so maybe he can look another guitar sample, another guitar sound, but yeah, it's a really, really good one, but also I think that have a lot of, it's so on stereo for a slap house track. Usually the slap house tracks have like are so dry in the drop. Yeah. Also in the minute one, yeah. You can like decrease the dBs of the rides and claps a bit, just so the kick doesn't be like so the kick could hear it more. You got me?
Yeah,
no, that's my feedback.
Yeah, slap house is not at all what I do, so I'm gonna leave Jacko's feedback for this one because I don't want to give you bad feedback. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then some slap house though. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, next. Okay, next we have what? Sadvik.
cannonball. I can't take these chemicals. Try to shake it off, but just won't go. I could go off like a cannonball. There you go. Set me on fire and beat so cold. I could go off like a cannonball.
All right.
So
Yeah, it's definitely chill. It's like it has nice melodies and all. Do you want to go first?
okay, I think that the intro is really nice, but I will change the chords because the vocals have a lot of potential, but the chords, especially for me, the chords are really important. So with vibe of this track, maybe he can put more emotional chords. Maybe because I'm fan of Millennium and I always look that feeling on a similar tracks. So yeah, I will change the chords and
especially the vocals are
also
great for
around
that.
the minute one, the producer can create more tension before the drop, the special this piece of drop that he makes here. But yeah, I think that would be my
what
feedback.
I put down was more variations because it felt a bit too monotonous, like without some contrast in the dynamics. So I think this would help definitely. I felt as well like I think the vocals could be better mixed. It was a bit drowned in the mix. Sorry. And I felt as well that it was like the chords and the elements were a bit too stereo, whereas I was feeling this mass. I was missing this mass feeling in the center, So yeah, but otherwise, I think it has great potential, like to be super emotional. It was like all those melodic elements that were there, like really works well. But yeah, a bit more dynamic contrast, a bit more changes, variations, all this, and yeah.
Okay, the next one.
Right. Next one is from Skywalker. And it's mixing, mastering stage. Yeah, okay. All right. Stop here because we have a lot to go through.
Yeah.
That was different. I was like chill and tropical. I think it has a great potential. Like I don't know, it just makes me happy listening to this. It's like, hey, like it makes.
I imagine the track in a video game like Mario or something like that. Something. Especially the flute. Yeah, get me that feeling, no?
It was like interesting sounds as well, like super different, like great vibe. But yeah, I saw like in the chat, I think there's a few elements that were off a bit, that were not fitting too well. So I'd be careful on just checking all your elements that they're all in key. And for me, like I really like how you put a lot of natural sounds. It really helps a track. That was great for the vibe and everything, but I was missing like some better chords, like in the center, you know, like some mass again in the middle with like that supports the track, like some pads, some synths, some chords. I know there was like a strings in the background a little bit, but I would have added a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, in my case, the vocal have a lot of sounds of this. Okay, so maybe you can use the de-esser for that sound that is annoying for the ears. And also in the intro, maybe you can decrease the volume of some sounds, some ambiances because sounds too loud for an intro. It's cool, but
Yeah.
trying to fix the volume of the intro.
I think as well, now that you speak about the intro, for me, I thought it was gonna go towards like more of a super cinematic
Yeah.
orchestral track, not a tropical chill track. So like it was cool and different, but I don't know if it really matches. Maybe it's surprising. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one.
All right. Next up is Walmiki.
Okay, so it's big room, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. In my case, I have a bit of experience of big room, and first, as I read on the description, was I don't yeah with his phone. So yeah,
Yeah.
with all the limitations of making music in a phone, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And work a track, try to make all the things with a phone is so difficult, but
Yeah.
on the leads, you can. It sounds. I always imagined the leads as a book. Okay, you got. Sometimes I hear leads like only like a sheet of paper, and other leads like are so big and so strong, like an entire book. And you can try to train your leads more mono leads, so you can have more body on your leads.
Yeah.
And the intro, the build up sounds really cool for making phone. And yeah, and the intro, I think that will be like a slap house with an electro house mix, but the drop is big one. It's a really nice track.
Yeah. I thought as well, like in the leads. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the music genre that wants this, but for me, I always find it's repetitive. So I would, because I think the melody was like 8 bar, and if not 4, like it was really short. It was just repeating. I would like maybe try and get like I don't know, a lead sound to change or to come like as a support in the second part of the drop or something to like change it up a little bit. But maybe it's the genre that wants this, but yeah, something that can bring some variation could be cool. And I would add some more like saturation, like harmonics a little bit, because they were a bit lost for me in the mix. So I would bring them back up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, an extra tip for the variation, you can try. Usually, the big room, the producers of big room change the key of the kick on at what time of the track.
Yeah.
It's like a boom, 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 boom. So you can try that,
Yeah,
and it gives a
definitely
lot
variation.
of variation to the drop. So you can try that.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Nelvin. I think that's pronounced like this. Ooh.
I want to hear the second drop when
All right.
the vocal sounds more.
Wow. That one is like sends a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
nice.
really nice Selenium remix.
Yeah, that was really cool. I had a few things like I don't know if it's just me, but in the drop, it felt very boxy, like very like in the 500 hertz 1K. It was like I don't know. It was like almost hurting a little bit. That was the only thing for me in the drop. Like I don't know. It felt very boxy, like you know, like.
No, I'm not sure because the quality audio
Yeah.
is a bit different. So I don't know if it's my transmission, the track. So
Yeah.
yeah, but for me it's a really good track. Maybe I can't
Yeah.
feel the chords. Okay, so maybe adding more harmonics or something like that, because in the break especially it doesn't feel that emotion that
Yeah, it
usually
feels a
the
bit
Millennium
empty.
tracks
Yeah.
are. Yeah, and that also in the second drop feels a bit empty. So
Yeah, that's what I put as well.
maybe
Like, it's
adding
empty, yeah.
have a lot of sounds, but at the beginning sounds like so empty. Maybe
Yeah.
some other effects, sounds, but yeah, it's a really nice track.
Yeah, I would add more, I don't know, maybe more ambience, just more pads, more synths, I don't know, maybe more strings as well, because I know Millennium does this in all his track. But yeah, in the breakdowns it was a bit empty, like you could hear just the chords. But yeah, otherwise it's super solid. It was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a Q man. That's all.
Yeah. All right, next. Here. Cool. That's our style.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a lot of feedback on this one because it's progressive house.
Same,
So
I have a lot as
the
well.
first
Yeah.
the first tip that I could give is that in the second 30, I don't hear the low end of the track. Maybe it's the quality of the transmission and all of that, but I don't hear the sub bass, the low end on the break. Maybe you can hear better the track and you can
Let me
save
listen
it.
again real quick.
Trying to fit that back. What's it gotta be?
Yeah, I mean, I know mine, like my headphones like boost a little bit the low end from the bass, but I was actually putting that there like to clean the lows because I hear a lot of rumbles,
Okay.
especially in the drop, maybe even more sidechain as well. So yeah, but I think it's more
Okay.
the sub, but there's like maybe to add like a Reese, like for some harmonics in the lows.
Yeah,
would be
wrist bass,
nice.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also, if I don't know if this producer works on FL Studio, in the build up, the way that the leads are like appearing, I don't.
Yeah.
It's a bit like it's too fast,
it's too present
so
as
too
well.
strange. So I know a native plugin of FL Studio that is Filter Filter, that is a really soft filter, and you can use that in the build up also. In the drop, the melody is pam pam param param pam, something similar, but the bass is too static, like bam bam bam. The bass is too linear. You can try to chop the bass, the mid bass, or also the sub bass if you want, according to the melody of the track. So the mid bass will sound with more rhythm, and that's the feedback that I could do. Also, the leads sound a bit thin, maybe adding, and also too synthetic. And you can try using more pianos, violins, and
more
also
strings.
mono leads also.
Yeah, I agree with this. For the build-up, I was saying like I think the lead appears too much, and using this filter would definitely help. Just tease it a little bit more, and also don't open it completely until the end of the build-up. Like still tease it, and then on the drop you'll have a better impact on the leads coming in. Clean the lows in the drop. And as well in the drop, maybe add more percussions. It was a bit empty in the drums. And the kick as well was too boxy. If you add a little bit more of that top kick, that is a bit more clicky, the kick will punch more through the mix, because right now I was getting a bit lost. So you'll get more energy like that. And then I was just saying in the breakdown a bit more softer chords, to have more of this emotional, because I feel like we were hearing too much the doom, doom, like it should be more softer.
The tag.
Or either the velocity, that you can put different with all the notes. But yeah, otherwise, I think it has a great potential, like the emotions here and all, and yeah, just needs a little bit more work.
Yeah, also, maybe you can change the vocal because he's overused the vocal. Yeah, that's also a little observation that the vocal is so many producers have already used this vocal.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a lot of times.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. All right. Next up, we have Nakimine. I heard that melody before. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys are right. It's definitely someone you loved, or yeah, or Alan Walker. I don't know. It sounds. I've heard this melody, this chord progression for sure. So I would suggest to maybe change it up a little bit so that it's not too much like original songs. The idea is cool, but I don't know. What do you think?
Mm, First, the intro reminds me to an old song, and the guitar bass on the first seconds, I don't know if you notice it, that is too, have a lot of volume, so
Yeah,
I
no,
would
for sure.
decrease
Yeah,
it. Have a NCS style, that
Yeah.
reminds me a lot, maybe in the past will be released,
Yeah.
transition, yeah. Also, on the, for the build up and before the build up, more transition effects because it sounds like too
That was my first note.
too fast. Oh yeah, I don't taste it. And also the low end on the entire track, I don't feel a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
doesn't.
felt muddy
Let
overall.
me
I
choose
think
words.
overall it needs a lot of mixing attention. Yeah.
Yeah, because the track doesn't hold anything. The sub bass
Yeah.
must hold all the track, but feels like so tiny all the track.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, I
Yeah.
agree.
Also a bit of more mixing on the drop because it sounds a lot. There are too many sounds together, and I doesn't get the main melody,
It's not glued.
the chords because
Yeah, everything is a bit out of place. So mixing will
yeah.
like glue everything together. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds cool. Like the idea for the drop is cool. It's just for me, it's too close to that melody that we already know from that other song. So I would really recommend changing it up to make it really original. But yeah, I don't know.
Yep, yeah, that's all.
Yeah. All right. Next. Oops.
I guess I should have run out after you. I should have cried. I do not feel like I've been torn apart, and I don't know why. We wrote a story where we knew the end, but you ripped it out. So now it's time for me to write my own as I learn what it's all about. Where are you now, now that you're gone? I'll never know 'cause I'm moving on. I don't know what to say, where to go. I left my keys, so where are you now, now that you're gone? I'll never know 'cause I'm moving on. I don't know what to do, where to go. I left my keys in Tokyo.
That was a cool transition at the end.
Yeah, sounds like
That was a
I
cool
know,
idea.
like a phone calling, something like that. I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah. That was a cool idea. First time I hear something like this after
Yeah.
we dropped like for a break before, so it's cool.
So-
just a second. For the ones that just arrived now, I was saying the stream won't stay public afterwards because I don't want to leak people's ideas because most of them are unreleased. So I don't want to take the risk of people stealing their ideas. So that's why, that's why I'm not gonna leave it public. Sorry, but I can message you after. And DM you the feedback for your track if I remember. Yeah. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for me, the interest too, very, very cool, but maybe he got the effects of the intro because sounds directly on the piano.
Yeah.
Maybe a reverse effects there. Also, the vocal, she could give more layers to it with.
Oh,
He can check.
the vocal are placeholder. So let's like these are placeholder. Like just here. I guess
okay.
it's not mixed yet. So let's I think avoid the vocal because he knows it's
Okay.
not mixed. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, also the mix and the build up could be better. Maybe a bit more of risers or uplifters, but
More effects in
That-
general. I think.
yeah,
The drop is
and
better.
decrease a bit that beep riser because it's also too overused.
Yeah.
The kick, I think, is a bit tiny.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
have
stronger,
sounds only like a top kick. Don't have like a body like low ends on the kick. Also, it doesn't feel the down lifters on the drop, so he can add crash and white note down lifters.
Yeah, white noise
That
and like
uplifted-
rides as well would help
Yeah.
the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Maybe claps as well.
also.
Maybe
What?
claps as well. Once the kick holds in the track, maybe claps for the energy as well again. Yeah. I was saying maybe a bit more bass as well in the drop for more rhythm. Yeah. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it sounds really
Also,
good.
maybe the keys on the drop, the MIDI file, the keys and the notes are too tiny. So maybe I use like a trick where I try to put all the notes almost together, but I leave a little space so
Yeah.
that in that way
You feel more
the MIDI
attack.
file it sounds
Yeah.
more progressive.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really cool trick. Yeah, it'll bring more bounce, more rhythm. But otherwise, I really like how there was like a lot. It was feeling full in the breakdown, like a lot of melodic
Yeah.
elements, a lot of ambience, a lot of It was really nice.
Was
Yeah.
a cool break.
Yeah, really cool. All right. Oi, 47 submissions, guys. We're gonna be here for a
Yeah.
long time. All right. Okay, who do we have? Oh, D'Alonso. All right.
So weird when I see people shake hands. It seems like I have gotten used to the new reality, one which I don't like. And though we've gone through this together, we're more alone now than ever. All these chains wearing me down have got me begging for liberty. I know it's hard to see. We've learned to live like this, but want to be free. I hope this time bar will bring us all closer when it's over. All the faceless people on the.
All right. So that's like pop, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I like the vocals, but yeah, I think you need to work a lot on the mix because it felt very muddy. The lows were a bit out of place. On the sides as well, it was very, very muddy. So yeah, I would clean all this, work on the levels of each elements as well, so that everything is glued better together. And the vocals were nice at the beginning. But then when the harmonies comes in, it was like they were too loud and I think too drowned in reverb. I don't know, it was very...
Yes.
Yeah, on the side, yeah, very drowned. So yeah, I would control that too. Yeah.
Just because I think that it will sound better if the drums, like the snare, and the acoustic kick doesn't have that type of reverb, because it sounds like in a room, like
Yeah.
it was recorded in a live session or something like that. Also, there is a different balance in the reverb of the vocal in one part and in the vocal of
Yeah.
another part, because sometimes the vocal, for example, here the vocal is too dry, but some seconds before the vocal was so wet with a lot of reverb.
Yeah.
Maybe balancing that better. And yeah, that. But I like a lot the entrance, the first part, because it sounds really like all the tracks. They don't know how to explain, but yeah, it's really
Yeah, I mean,
cool. Really
I
cool.
like the drums, I like the idea, I like everything. I just think you just need to work on the mixing a little bit more and it'll sound good. All right.
Streaming are asking how I can get my feedback if I can attend the stream.
Well, you can always DM us,
Yes.
but I'm doing those live. Oh,
I phone
sorry, I'm doing those live
Hmm,
feedbacks
not in
because like I'm getting too many messages for feedback, so like it takes me like too long. So I will try my best to give you feedback, but the best is doing the live feedback. This way you're sure that I'll be able to listen, and Jacko as well. But you can always shoot us a DM for sure. I'll do my best. All right, let's go.
My phone lights up, but it's never you. I can't help but feel so lonely, and all these things that I can't undo. I'm falling apart so slowly.
Like it is really fun. It's a great idea. I think you should own the chops more, like make them louder, more like the main element in the drop, because right now they're like you're losing them over the drop, whereas like I want to hear those chops. Those chops are amazing. So yeah, that's my first feedback like this.
Yeah, the club's very cool. It's a nice idea, but only the vocal also needs more DS because sounds too like this, the S sound, and yeah, maybe for me it sounds a bit, just a bit empty. I know that is the idea of the track, but sounds a bit empty on the drop. I hear like mini melody on the at the end of the drop. Maybe adding the that melody on the entire track or trying to to giving more volume to that melody will be really cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea that you have here. Like, I want to hear the full song. Yeah, no, it's nice. I think the clap snare as well, clap snare in the drop was too dry and loud. So I would reduce it a little bit, maybe put some reverb. But yeah, I don't know, super super cool. So yeah. NA. I think that's SS1140M, I think. Is that you? Because I know I asked for the name for these reasons, but let's just go and see. Sorry for that. I don't know what my camera just did.
Okay.
All right. I'm back, right?
Just
All right, let's go. Yeah, that's him. Okay, let's go. Nice, I totally agree. It's Vixento vibes like 200%. So I would recommend, if you don't know him, to take Vixento's song as reference because yeah, they're great. I think I really like the vibe and all. It's really cool, nice melody. I like how you keep adding stuff more and more, so there's variations and all. But yeah, the mixing needs a lot of love, we'll say.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like there was a lot of rumble, muddiness, the sides as well. You need to control them. I think the kick was too strong, the snap as well, like too loud. Just reduce them a little bit. Yeah, but take those songs as reference. Try to match all those elements, and I think it'll be a great track. Like the idea is really cool. It's super chill. Like for the style, I think it's really nice. But yeah.
Yeah, because the same the mixing when all the elements are starting to be added sounds because there are too many sounds and we can know what's happening the
Yeah.
guitar the plug and yeah so yeah that and also yeah that's all the feedback only that mixing.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the mixing will take it to the nice, sweet level, but otherwise, it's a nice, cute song. I like it. I'd listen to that for sure. Okay, so I think that was the same, so I'll go to someone else just so that everyone can get their feedback. Let's go.
Tell me how you regard. Can we rewind the memories and love again? Lyrics they'll be unsaid, our melodies left unplayed. Yet I'm marching to your heartbeat sound, a beating drum. When the lights go down, all I'm holding to is you. And don't let me go. Lost again, lost again. When the lights go down, all I need is you to save my life. That's only you when the lights go down. There's only you. Breathing in your cologne.
All right. Want to go for it?
Okay, one moment.
Yeah, I also take notes
Okay.
so that I know.
The break is just amazing. The vocal, the ambience,
Yeah.
the drums. It's so. This is just perfect. But the drop.
Yeah.
Let me waiting more,
I
like
was
more
waiting
energy, more
Yeah, more
something
energy.
more.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally agree.
I think that the melody that he's using is cool, but trying to make it more main stage. Maybe he wants something more like pop, but also in that case try to balance the break volume with the drop volume, because even in the wave spectrum of SoundCloud, it feels too linear.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely
maybe
super monotonous.
yeah.
Even in the drop, I don't know. Let me just a sec.
Tell me what to say.
Yeah, it's super monotonous. Whereas I know, like because that's future bass, right? Mainly, and
Yeah.
like I would like chop, the chords, like having some stops at some times, and then come back like for more energy, contrast, and have the drums hit a bit more. Like that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, you're right. It's super monotonous. Yeah, definitely. I felt as well we were losing the vocals in the build-up. So that would have been nice. And I felt the chords in the breakdown were very low, whereas I was expecting them to be more in the mid-highs, to go with the very emotional side of the track, which overall sounds really good, like super emotional and all, but I think it would have added a lot to the song. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the break is just amazing. The drop could be better.
Yeah. I was left, I wanted more on the drop.
The same.
Yeah. All right. Barna, it's your turn.
Yes, it reminds me to an artist, but I don't get the name. Oliver Helders is Oliver. Yes, for me, the track is nice, but I don't know if it was on purpose, but the vocal on some parts like gets off key. Maybe it's on purpose, but if not, try to check that. Sounds good, but I don't know if. What do you think about that? Also,
I mean, maybe it's some elements, I don't know, because like at some point,
The sun is setting, don't trust your hearing.
like this melody, like I think it's cool, but it doesn't go well with the vocals. Like I think if you filter it and put it a bit back in the mix, it would go better. Because I think it's how do you say, confusing, like competing with the vocals for the lead in the mix. So this threw me off a little bit. And this way it would tease a little bit the drop, which I really like as well. What I really like is all those little effects here and there, like those little ear candy everywhere. Like I think this was really nice. And the drop is nice as well because it has those variations that we were talking earlier in this other, I think, Slap House or Big Room song. So I really like that too. And yeah.
yeah. Also, yeah. I also want to tell that decrease or put it more in the back that lead, so the bass could stands out a little more because as I told you, the track reminds me a bit to the old Oliver Heldens. So maybe if the bass results stands out a little more on the drop, will be better. Sounds
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I'd agree to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that was cool. Cool vibes. All right.
51.
Okay. Do you have the whole day? All right, Ken Victor. Let's go. All right. I'll let you go first.
First the snap, I will change the volume, just decrease it a bit more. And also take away some frequencies on the highs because sounds a bit annoying to the ear. The build up reminds me to an old track, and I don't know if you know that track, but anyway. Also, the drop, I feel that doesn't have sidechain in the mid bass and the leads. Yeah, so or it's too fast the sidechain, but try to make it more
bouncy.
Yeah, bouncy.
Yeah.
Also, I will try to change the chords. Not change the chords, but make it more that I can feel it more on the drop because I just hear like a white noise trying to be a chord, but doesn't feel as a chord on the drop. That's my
Yeah,
feedback.
I like the lead as well. Like the melody is nice, but it felt very synthetic. So I would add those organic instrument sounds, you know, like those strings, pianos, like all this, to add a bit more, yeah, organic sounds. The build up, I was thinking the chords, bass, and all would be nice to have it more filtered, to have more of this rising effect. And as well, I miss the impact at the drop. Like you don't have that impact when the drop comes in. So I think. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's I don't know, it's sidechained too quick or something. But there's something that miss in the chords, like it misses attack on the first chord of the drop. I don't know. There's something missing that doesn't give, you know, this boom attack like on the like impact.
Yeah,
of
maybe
the drop.
usually it's the sub bass, the low end, because it involves all the track. So maybe
Yeah.
also that could be.
Yeah, and I think the vocals, I feel like they're, you know, like they're the vocals that, I don't know, there's something, like I like the effects, but it also sounds like, you know, those vocals, a cappellas that you take from a song and then they sound a little bit muddy, or I don't know, like they feel, I don't know, there's something weird in the vocals that I would fix. That'll definitely help. And yeah, cool. Okay, who do we have? Irfad, that's your turn. It's gonna have a big room banger, I think.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know how, but now I fall in love. I know it's not your fault, it's Cupid's arrow. I sail in your eyes, galaxy under the light. There is no falling night, stupid arrow.
Cool.
So if it's not big room, it's
Yeah.
just it's like a. I mean, in the chat he said that
Yeah,
it's
I know,
not.
he said that this time, but it's like, still
It's
sounds like it.
if it's not big room, it's like a future rave, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not sure. But if it's the case, I think that the lead is not the correct because it's too like Riot's lead. You know him, like, or Arsene DX.
Oh, yeah.
DX lead, yeah, something like that. But yeah, she said that it's future rave. So
Yeah.
future rave usually uses like a plug. Okay. So maybe trying to change the lead, and also the reverb must be more big, more spacey. So yeah, then the melody, it's nice,
Yeah, for me, it
but
just felt a bit empty, which at the beginning is fine, but then I think around, I think 20 seconds or something like this, I don't know, I'd add a bit more things. It felt a bit empty to me, but Future Rave is definitely not my style yet. Like, I haven't touched to that, so I don't know what you could add.
so can you put again the drop so I can check something?
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah, this thing here. I don't know, It'd be cool if like there would be a bit more panning, you know, doo-doo-doo, and then boom back again.
Yeah.
I know that would give like some ear candy. I don't know. That's one thing I had thought before. Yeah, I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
the kick and the bass are cool, but it doesn't feel like too. I think that the sub bass could be more interesting because sounds.
Yeah, a bit more jump.
Yeah, usually the in future rap the bass sound must sound too big, and here I feel it like so tiny.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
And yeah. With a better sub bass, the track will be improve a lot. Will improve a lot.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
But he says it's his first time trying future rave, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's really cool, really cool.
Yeah. Oh, light blue. I think this is gonna be chill. I think. Oh, we have questions as well, which is really cool. If you want to pay attention while it goes.
Okay, let me check because that's very important. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Interesting. I can't pinpoint which genre would that be.
Yeah, it's a strange because house.
It's definitely different.
They say that it's a guitar bass, and just the bass instrument and the bass, but sounds more like a French house bass, a tongue bass, something like
French
that.
French house bass, you said?
What?
Did you say French house bass?
Something like that because sounds too. It's a really strange genre because I looked the video of a guy that his name is George, something like that, and he some time ago made a video how to make French house, something like that. It's similar to
I need to look
what? I will send you the link.
I don't know. For me, like
also.
that bass, okay. Like that boom, you know, like that comes in, really feels not in place here. I feel like it would be more like an 808 work, you know, like those doom. I feel like replacing it with an 808 would work better if that's what I think was your intention. Definitely needs love in the mixing part to EQ everything. And level everything together. The vocals as well needs to be more in front. They were too back in the mix, I felt like they were not hearable enough. I didn't feel the repetition too much, as he asks. I think that was fine.
Yeah, I think that it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that was fine. And yeah, I think that answers all the questions here. But go ahead.
Yeah, for me it's. He asked for the kick. The kick at the first moment it's right, but then in the break sounds too loud for me. So maybe decreasing volume on the break, that kick will be fine. The rest, it's cool.
Yeah, just need a bit more mixing work to make everything glue together and works together. I definitely changed that bass. I think it's more of an 808 here, and yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, 18. What? Oh, that's Spotify. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We said unreleased, guys. Sorry. Oh, Intrix. That's your turn.
I was checking
thing that's why
the video and
what?
on my fault. I don't know. Continue.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I don't know, for me, I want to give you feedback on unreleased tracks that you can actually use and work, on it to make it better. If it's released, it's released. So yeah, let's go.
Truth be told, if you said just go, I'd be gone for good in a minute. But if you think at all there could be some peace, I'll say what I'm feeling. Truth be told, if you said just go, I'd be gone for good in a minute. But if you think at all there could be some peace, I'll say what I'm feeling. It was all my fault. It was all my fault, and I can say now that I'm sorry. It was all my fault. It was all my fault, and I can say now that I'm sorry. It was all my fault. I can say now that I've done that. I can say now. I can say now that I've done that. It was all my fault. I can say now that I've done that. I can say now. I can say now that I've done that. I look up at the stars and try.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I really like the arrangement with the little tape stop coming in the breakdown. I think it was really cool. It surprised me a little bit, but really cool. Yeah. I don't know. In the beginning, I felt in the build-up, the rhythm of the chords works great, but I felt like the rhythm of the chords in the breakdown was a bit off compared to the vocals. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Felt like they were too early, I think, compared to the vocals. And then I would put the piano chords a bit softer as well, EQ the highs a little bit more. Maybe the velocity for less attack, just so that it's a bit more emotional. But yeah, and then the drop was, I need to listen to it again. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm missing some bass in it. I don't know, because the chords are really present, the chords and the leads, but the rest feels a bit thin. Not thin, but I have trouble hearing the rest. So I don't know, maybe balancing this a bit, but the idea is super cool.
Yeah, for me, I think that the vocal chops and the chords are fighting, and that maybe mixing it better, just increasing a bit the chord sounds just a bit, so sounds a bit more cleaner. And also in the intro, I don't know if it's a piano or a guitar, but I will increase the volume of that, because I think that it's a cool guitar, but feels too in the background.
It's good. Yeah, maybe a bit
It's
more
a-
present on the sides. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all for me.
Cool. Yeah. No. Otherwise, it's beautiful. Great idea.
Yeah, real good track.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Wish we never met. I do not love you. I said what I said. I will not forget. Don't call me after I am not your friend. Wish we never met. I do not love you. I said what I said. I will not forget. Don't call me after I am not your friend. I'm gonna praise you, but you're stuck in my head, and I know I couldn't save you, but I cannot let go. I can't even face it, but you're stuck in my head, and I know I love you, but you don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, but you're stuck in my head, and I know I couldn't save you, but I cannot let go. I can't even face it, but you're stuck in my head, and I know I love you, but you don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I couldn't save you. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn't save you, I don't even know. I'm gonna praise you, I'm gonna praise you, I know I couldn
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
It's like
it's awesome, but I think it's released. But I don't know. I don't have too much to say because I mean it's really really great. Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe for me, just the vocal at the beginning, your camera was
Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back.
And
Oh no.
the vocal for me at the beginning is too raw, and maybe EQing more the highs and something like that. Also, if the track is released, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
but anything, maybe a pitch bend on the drop on the bass would be great for make it more interesting. But
Yeah, I mean otherwise it was fire, like the levels.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
reminds me a lot to Yellow Claw, something like that.
All right, next. Gonna need to be better at checking. All right, demo ready, and it's Misha.
Don't you hear the show? All these women use your weakness and they take control. And they try put them on chain, even though so low. Try to swallow all the pain and then sugar. And I made you seem better than you are. On a pedestal, I didn't go so hard. Wake up, wanna run away, I'm lost. From the nightmare that I'm stuck in.
Try to change it, try to run it out. There's no way that you
Where we go?
Okay, I'm gonna stop here, but I was really curious because it just keeps building. Like, this is really, really cool. Yeah, this is so different, so original. This is really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's possible, but here. Like, the pause here, I think is too long. I think it's like 8 bars, make it 4, or if it's 16, make it 8. Because like, I think here, if I wouldn't have, you know, the waves after, if I was on Spotify, I would change, or, you know, like, I wouldn't know that it's not the end. So I think it's a bit too long, and you should go quicker to the great drop here. And I think it was really cool, but in the mixing, I think it could be a little bit better. It was still really good, but I felt like some element had a lot of reverb and made it a bit muddy overall. Some vocals as well, filtered sometimes, were making it muddy as well. So I would just clean this a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty cool. I don't know what you think, but
Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, basically the same, because for me the kick, I don't hear too much at the kick of the bass, but I hear a lot the heads and the
Yeah.
crash downlifters. I think that
yeah, too much, I
there,
think. Yeah.
yeah, I must hear more the kick and less that other effects, and also the aspect of it's on the minute 2:30, and we don't have drop. And
Yeah.
usually in Spotify,
Yeah.
the people look for the drop at maximum on the minute 1.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are drops that drop on 30 seconds. 30
Yeah, I mean,
30 seconds, and
I mean,
Yeah.
it kept me interested. Like, I was like, okay, where is it going? Because it was really interested. There was like a lot of different parts. The arrangement works great, but yeah, if you can bring the drop a bit closer, that's probably better, I guess. Because yeah, in today's world,
Yeah.
people just want the drop quick.
that's right. And also the idea of that before the drop, that's like I don't know, that machine that looks your heartbeat. You
Oh,
get me?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a really
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of really creative ideas, like with those effects and all. Like, it's super original. Yeah, I think it'll be a great track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we need to move forward. Where is it? Nope. Yeah, Nakimine, we already played your demo. So, yeah, I don't know if you were here or not. All right, let's go. right. That's cool. It changes a little bit, like EDM pop, almost.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It has potential for me, and I think you can see it as well on the wave. It feels very repetitive. Like the guitar melody is really cool. The guitar's cool. I think the guitar could use maybe a bit more like distortion, saturation to pop a bit more in the mix. But I would definitely add variations to have those clear different parts in the song. Because right now it's very constant. Like you need more dynamic contrast, like more contrast. And I don't know, I feel maybe it's just, this is probably just personal opinion, maybe personal preference, but the filtered drums, I would not have them filtered, but just like acoustic drums I think would work way better for a song like this, because I don't know, it has like the guitar's super cool, and I don't know, that's what I feel like. I don't know what you feel like, but yeah, maybe it's just personal preference. So
Yeah, I don't have too much to say because it's the same thoughts. The guitar is I think that the entire track is the same, but the drop only has the drums. That's it. You must work in the development of a track that makes to the listener like in a travel. You got me like this is the intro, this is the drop, the chorus, the build up, something like similar.
Yeah, because for this, a little tip that like I do often, and I learned it like from J4CKO and all, like you have all those elements in the drops, which, sounds full, it's great, you have all these, then just in your track, just removes more and more elements as you go backwards, so that this way your track can like build up and bring new things every 8 bars, and this way you'll have your arrangement, because I think it's more, the arrangement question in this track, to get the listener into a journey, like Chaco said. But yeah, it's a cool track.
Yeah.
All right, Max Alone. It's here. That's his first progressive house.
Okay.
ID. Yeah, I mean, the idea is here. It just needs some development, mainly in the mix, but also I think in the sound selection. I think in the bass, in the chords, in the leads. In the leads, you definitely need more, more layers, more highs, more organic sounds, so that it's not too synthetic. I think because when you first make a track, I remember that was one thing I was struggling with, is knowing which sounds to select. Just just watch some tutorials, just listen to some other tracks for reference, layer them, and just sound selection will make it sound better already. And then I think you need more bass and more kick and more drums and effects in the drop because it was a bit too empty. And I think, filter the melody as well in the build-up. And I think for me that was it for now.
Yeah, in my case, the kick sounds like too filtered. It's not the maybe it's not on purpose, but sounds without attack. Also the lead sounds too flat, too thin, and for me it have a lot of high frequencies, but
Yeah.
bad high frequencies.
Yeah.
It sounds like more like a white noise. Try to with an EQ reduce the frequencies, and for me, if you had bad sounds or something like that, doesn't matter if you have a really cool idea, and try to mainly try to look really emotional chords, because with emotional chords you will get inspired and you will make an interesting melody. And if you have generic sounds or something like that, it will doesn't matter if you have a really nice idea, a really nice MIDI.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all this will take this track to the next level and you'll be good. But yeah, congrats on your first progressive house. All right, unknown. What do you think?
Finish the intro. If it is for an extended version, I suggest to use more common kicks like the typical kick, because he used like more like acoustic drums for making extended, but
Yeah.
I think that would be better if he used these acoustic drums as a complement, but not as the mainly sound of the extended. Then the vocalists at certain moments get a bit lost, and with a compressor he could like have more homogeneous volume. along the track,
Yeah.
and there is no build up. It's like I don't know where is gonna be the drop.
Yeah, I put needs
I get
more
like
movement, like it needs more progression. The drop comes way too late, so you need more. Yeah, in the arrangement, it needs more progression. Like, it's too repetitive. It's too that's for sure. Yeah.
yeah. And the drop, the lead, the main lead, I suppose, it's too on the background. It's too far. So try to put it more in the face. That's all.
Too thin as well. I think it needs more. I don't know, more mids, more highs, like more layers as well. But I think be careful to the sound selection. And I think the kick, it was like super boxy, super filtered. And I think the bass and sub were really loud as well in the build-up, especially. I mean, like over here, it was too loud, and I think in the piano as well, there was too much lows. So because you have a strong bass and sub, I would remove some of the lows of the pianos so that it doesn't clash with the sub and bass. Because I mean there's the idea, it needs more development on the arrangement and more mixing, and but I think it's an idea, so I'll get there. All right.
And by the way, PLB, check the DM. I sent you a message.
Oh, why? Sorry. What for?
To an idea for the live stream before ending.
Well, we're no close to ending, cause
but just to because.
That could be an idea. Okay. Which part?
Maybe before the drop.
Before the drop? Okay, do you guys want, because I think we've teased this a little bit, that we have a collab together coming. Do you want to hear a little preview of our release that is, I think, gonna come soon enough? Just let us know, and we'll do that. That could be an idea. And then you guys can give us feedback.
Go for.
Yeah. All right. Let's just do one before. Yes. H-Laser, if you can tell me how do I close it for submissions, because that would be a great idea. Because I think we're getting too much right now.
Almost 60.
And everyone's gonna wait so long. I'm really sorry. Accepting responses. Sorry, no responses anymore. Okay. So we were here. Okay. I think I really like it. It's a really nice track. I don't know if if it plans to have vocals, but I think with vocals it'll be really, really great. Because yeah, it'll bring some variations, but I don't know, I really liked it.
Yeah, in my case, I just don't like when before in the build up or before the build up there is a plug. I think that it doesn't match with all the environment of the track because the the instrumental sounds like I remember like the weekend something like that, and a plug there and then the guitar sounds doesn't match. So maybe if you maybe filter the plug or change the plug for the guitar, it would be great. And yeah, maybe a vocal or also
Yeah.
maybe ad libs or
Yeah, I think definitely
a clear sound.
definitely a vocal. I think this track is made for vocals because like the chorus, the melodies are like, you know, the parts are repetitive, and also I think the vocals will bring this added variations for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but the track is really good. Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, it's really good.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, really, really nice. Lovable track indeed. All right. Next, Meul Charmeur. That's your turn. Cool. Nice vibes. Honestly, nice
Yeah.
vibes. Yeah.
Mm,
Do you want to go for it or should I?
yeah, okay. For me, the only thing that I didn't like was the river of the snap
Oh yeah, that was
because
my first
yeah,
note. Yeah.
maybe you can try. Usually on the plugins are some knobs that are high cut and low cut. So maybe if you try to move the high cut knob, will sound a more like a filtered reverb, so will be softer and nicer.
Yeah, the snap
Yeah,
was
that's all.
definitely too loud, too much reverby, that's for sure. Otherwise, really nice track. Like there was some nice progression up until the drop. It was nice. The ARP is really amazing. I really like the sound. I felt though in the piano it was like too low. Like you know, like I don't know. It was too low, so I would cut some of these so that it's softer. You know, for the soft, chill, tropical vibes. I think overall you need to clean a little bit the low mids. It felt a bit muddy. And I would add some variations in the second drop because the drop felt a bit long and repetitive. The melody is nice, but it's quite repetitive. So I would try and add some variation. A good trick, which I think I learned from Luc Bergs actually, which is here. In the second drop, you can add another layer of like a higher octave melody. Like if your melody is just in, you know, you have like one line of melody in the second drop, duplicate it one octave higher, and it will bring something new in there, which I think could be nice. Maybe more like new percussion loops, stuff like this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's my feedback. But yeah, real nice track. Real nice track. All right. Oh, Zenit. I hope he's still here. because I think I saw him earlier. Beautiful.
Okay, so who goes first?
I can go for it if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really love the guitar. Yeah, really love the guitar, but I think like it's very very present on the sides. So I would like make it a little bit softer, or maybe use like because like I mean it's very acoustic, so like maybe a bit more in the center. Like I don't know, it felt too much on the sides. I would add some reverb and maybe some amp distortion a little bit. Yeah, and I was missing in the drop. I was missing the bass. Like the chords are very very present, but there's not really a bass, or I mean I didn't hear it. So yeah, I would balance this, and I would add some effects and percussions in the drop as well. Just balance it a little bit more. But yeah, really nice songs with vocals. It'll be better. Yeah. Let me just see the intro.
Yeah, in my case,
Oh, sorry. Oops.
I'm not a really huge fan of acoustic guitar, acoustic one, with a trap beat. Sounds for me it was I was strange for me because usually there are they in feature bass use like a electric guitar that makes a melody, but an acoustic guitar was really strange, a bit strange.
Yeah, that's why I'm
But nice.
thinking in the center, like the acoustic guitar in the center, more as a support with the keys would be better, and then more of a guitar melody on the sides with like electric guitar sound. I think would work better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and also in the build up are some frequencies that are so annoying,
Yeah,
like
in the lead.
maybe yeah, so something like that. Because when when the lead is opening into the to the drop, there are some frequencies that sometimes because the filter are are like getting more annoying. So maybe trying to check out that
Yeah.
frequency is only in the build up because in the drop sounds good, but in the build up,
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree
that's
with all this. Yeah. Cool. That'll be a nice track. All right. Cedric, I know he's in the live, I think. So let's go for it. Yeah. I'll try and go more to the people that I know are in the live so that you don't have to wait too long for your feedback. All right. So message if you're in the live. Kaigo.
yeah.
Caigo vibes.
In Spanish, caigo means another thing.
Oh yeah? What
Yeah.
does it mean?
But the reason is strange. Said caigo because it means something different.
Alright, that's interesting. I'm sure he doesn't know that.
So then you start giving the feedback.
I mean, really, really cool. For me, I think the vocals are really nice, but I think a bit more. It was missing a little bit of reverb to really have them sit well in the mix. They were a bit too dry, but otherwise, I think they were well. And I was missing in the drop. I was missing. It felt a bit too in the mids, lows. So I was missing a bit of this high, dense piano in the chords, which I think if you add this, you'll have more of this rhythm that Caigo has in his drop. I think you're missing some energy in the drop, and I think you can also see it in the wave. Like the drop should be a bit higher than the rest, to have this progression. So yeah, I think the drums, drops, and all were a bit too quiet in the drop, and yeah, otherwise really, really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, in my case, I like all the track. I don't know a lot of tropical house, I guess. That is the genre.
Yeah.
But I like a lot the vocal chops. But just a suggestion, sounds. Can you put me again the drop to
Yeah.
hear the vocal chops?
Yeah, agreed.
Here, in that part, like, hey, you can make it like something a bit more interesting because
Maybe some octave jumps.
sounds it starts to making to be so repetitive.
Yeah.
Maybe something more like something like that. I know
like
you got me
jumps.
perfect. Something similar. Yeah, that would be great. And also the drop is too tiny, like too short for me. I see that in the second drop you make it the most common, like 30 seconds of drop, and here are only I don't know the number. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, for me the first drop is too short. But if in the second drop you put like the normal drops, usually will be great. That's all.
And as well for the vocal chops, one thing that Caigo was saying in his masterclass, like right now you have the hey, or like you have like it's just vowels. But what he does is that he mixes like at the end, like then he mixes like 2 or 3 vocal chops that's gonna sound like an actual word or an actual sentence, and it's gonna break this repetitive feeling of the vocal chops, and that's really what takes the vocal chops to the next level and doesn't feel too repetitive, is to have those little words or sentence sounding like vocal chops. So I think that would help a lot in the song. Yeah.
Great.
All right, next. to say. This is fire.
Sounds like an aggressive Mike Williams.
Yeah, no,
But
honestly, maybe the only thing is, I don't know. I don't know, I really don't see anything right now. I'm sorry.
just for me, I think that the vocals have a lot of reverb, and maybe just balance the reverb, and also in the break, there is, I think it's in sometimes it's too dry, and when there is a synth and starts to open, some also have a lot of reverb, and with the vocal that have a lot of reverb creates something a bit strange in the mixing. So that could be an aspect to take in mind for improve.
Alright, to reply to the questions, no, Jonathan, I'm sorry. Also, if your track is released, I'm only taking unreleased tracks, and we have already too much submissions. I'm sorry. And Damien, just shoot me a DM. I'll try and give you feedback as soon as I can. But for now, it's closed here. All right. Next. Oh yeah, Chronix. I'm gonna take the other one because I know he submitted 2. So let's do this one. I'm gonna tell him it's his turn. Super cool.
It reminds me to case.
It reminds me like medieval times.
Yeah. Also yes. Yes. Also.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. Like I love this track, like orchestral, progressive. It's really
The break is nice. In my case, just the drop is maybe a better kick, some more leads to like mono leads to make more body to the drop. Also, something interesting to the leads, because sometimes in progressive house, when they are beginners, usually only use super sauce, and
it needs more
it's interesting to use more plugs, more synthetic sounds, as organic sounds, and
Sidechain
at least in these drops, I sounds like too dry, and for that I usually use ambiances to the drop. Okay, try to find out some ambiances like an ARPs, but with a lot of reverb that are in the back. Maybe something that try to use ambiances on the drop, so sounds more complete.
Yeah, no, for the drop, definitely sidechain in the lead as well, because they were very constant. And as well, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the wind chime, like the, you know, like this nice little, this thing over here. This little magical thing. It was, I think, too loud in some parts and all the time here, so I think it should be more back in the mix, like just like it's too present and too repetitive. And I would add as well some wrist bass in, or like some cello in the breakdown to add these lows to the mix. But I don't know, usually when it's orchestral like this, I like to add the cello as the low, so that it keeps this very orchestral and organic cinematic feel to it. But you can also do a wrist bass, and yeah. All right. Atlas, are you here? I'm gonna start asking, I think, because let's see, who's here? Unknown, we've seen already. Evan. Let's see. Oh wait, Atlas is here. I'm going back. All right. Okay, what do you think?
I think that in the build-up, the build-up drums must be a bit lower in volume, because yeah, that's only also in the drop there is a sound like a glitch, like it's, I don't know, I don't know if you hear it. How can I explain it? Like a synth feel of a video game. That is a really nice effect, but it's too in the background. So try to make it more on
That'll
the
give it its
on front.
originality. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all, because yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe if the ideas have, you know, that's what's the name, Chiptune, I think, or that's the name for like the video game style music. So I don't know, but for me the lead was maybe a bit, I don't know, I would choose other sounds. It was a bit too synthetic, but maybe it is actually the style, I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal preference, but I would have had a bit more reverb here and there, like in between, to link them a little bit. They felt a bit dry to me. And yeah, the kick was really strong, really boomy as well, as Mohamed said. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Fun track. All right, Mr. Vibe and Evan.
All alone I watch this hazy sky. In the dark I'm desperate for your light, 'cause I wanna feel alive. Yeah, I wanna see the stars in the sky. You're miles away and I can only say one thing to make this right. Show me the love tonight. Show me the moon, you take me so high. I'm dying to see your light, 'cause I've been thinking about the rest of our lives. Show me the love tonight. Show me the moon,
say.
Yeah, for me,
But I know Evan's a good producer. He's good.
yeah, this is a really good production.
Yeah.
In my case, I will when the singer sings a part in the beginning, feel alive. I think that there must introduce the sub bass because yeah, he introduced it and I don't know. I feel that it was too early to introduce the sub bass.
Yeah.
Also, they overused the shaker, tried to change that shaker.
That was my my note as well. But as well, I felt like, I don't know, this shaker was too loud, and it was, I don't know, it felt like there was too much reverb. It was like, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird. I would definitely change the shaker sample. Yeah.
And also, they went on the drop and tried to look for a better kick because sounds a bit strange. The kick doesn't drop good with the entire sounds. I think that misses something that kick.
Yeah. But I really like the melody as well. Like it reminds me
Yes.
in our song as well. Like you put a layer that is like a bit vibrato, you know, like.
Yes.
They
That,
have it too.
They
They have
forgot
it too,
to.
and it's pretty cool.
to-
It adds this little original sound to it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. Unknown. We already had one song. Oh wait, sorry, that's the same. Artura. I think I've seen him in the live. If he's still here, that's your turn, Artura. Ah, that's not a good idea. Guys, don't delete your tracks. All right. Well, next. Senso. I think I've seen him in the live.
Senso.
Artura, you deleted your track. Sorry. Send me a DM if you want feedback with the actual track. Sorry, let's go. Senso.
Senso.
Hold my hand and never let go, never let go. Hold my hand and save your soul, save your soul. Never let go. Hold my hand and save your soul, save your soul.
I really like the drop. I know
Yeah.
some might say that like maybe the lead melody, like, you know, it has too much reverb or whatever, like it's too linked and all, but I really like it actually. I don't know.
Yeah, in my case, just a bit thin the lead, but it's really cool.
Yeah, maybe thin, but yeah,
Only
it's
the
really cool.
continue.
No, sorry, I agree with what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
That there may be a little
And
bit
the build up enters very abruptly, so that's only the things that I could say.
Yeah, maybe the snares as well in the build-up, like the snare rolls were a bit too loud. Maybe I would back it off a little bit. I felt as well in some of the chords in the piano, in the breakdown, I don't know, maybe there was too much lows, or I don't know, but there was something that sounded weird, maybe even almost out of key. in some parts over here in the breakdown. And also, I don't know, like at the beginning you have vocals, and then you have no vocals for a little bit, and then the vocals come back. It threw me off a little bit. Like, I don't know, if you're working with a singer, then I would change a little bit the arrangement of the vocals. Yeah, I don't know, just to have more progression, because it kind of stopped the vocals, but yeah, it was confusing, yeah. Yeah, otherwise that's it.
Okay, yeah. It's a cool track, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. Really, really cool. I'm also doing a track with him, Senso. Alright. Yeah, probably a sample, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, maybe when you're working with a sample vocals and there's things like this, what you can do is, I know like for our track, that was a sample as well, and I played so much with the vocals to like rearrange them and to have a progression of the vocals. Even play, you know, with like having them higher octave, double them, or, you know, anything, play with the EQ or the treatment, anything, you know, to have like, or maybe those chops in the background, or anything to have like a little progression in the vocal. No, the stream will not be online. I was saying it's because I don't want people to steal the ideas of producers that are showing their songs here, because it's not released, so no. All right, M3CH, can you please tell me if you're here? Otherwise, I will pass to someone
I was here, but many times.
Yeah, it's been over 2 hours, so I'm gonna try and go to the people that I know are here. I think this guy is here, because I think I've seen him in the chat. So let's listen to it.
Okay.
That's fire. That's
Yes.
fire. The only thing is, I really don't know this style, so I think you would probably give better feedback than me, because
Okay.
yeah.
I am not a huge fan of the melodic hardstyle. I like more the harder hardstyle. So, but for this one, the melody maybe a bit more of sub bass or low end on the break.
Yeah.
And just for a tip, on the kicks of hardstyle are too simple. I mean, I'll only like pum 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 all the time, but usually in some tracks are pum 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 pum. A bit more variation on the rhythm of the kicks. And sometimes, not every time, but one time one time in the drop or two times, variating that the kicks, making like a type of feel. And yeah, that's all the thing that I could say.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
really cool hardstyle
yeah,
track.
for me, I was like looking for drums, looking for effects and stuff like this, but maybe it's not, you know, maybe even the bass, but maybe it's not in the style. I really don't know. But otherwise, the few effects that I heard felt really back in the mix, like really, really low. So I would bring them back a little bit, like forward for more energy. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool track.
Yeah,
I like it a
was,
lot.
that was fire. Like the melody was awesome. I was like, yeah,
Yes.
awesome. All right. Oh, Afan, he's here. He's here. He's here. Let's go.
Called you in the dead of night, you didn't pick up, you had enough of me. All we ever do is fight, but that's not us, not who we used to be. And I don't wanna think about you. Spending your nights with somebody else is just not the same without you. You should know that. Every night I leave the door open just in case you wanna come home. And it's unbearable. You should know that every night I wait and leave a light on, hoping you'll be standing outside. 'Cause it's unbearable. You should know.
All right. That's his first future-based track. I say that's pretty good.
And for me, I don't know if you could see in the spectrum there is an empty space on in the beginning. I think that could fill it with something. Yeah, that space.
Here,
And
Every night I leave the door.
yeah, it didn't bother me too much, but it'd be nice, yeah, a little melodic element. Yeah.
yeah, also I think that the vocal chops are a sample because are too repetitive and doesn't match with the vocals, in my opinion, because the vocal sounds in a way, and the vocal chops in another way. It doesn't feels like as the same.
I see what you mean.
So maybe try to make a vocal chop of the vocal chop for making it more interesting and less repetitive. And also in the drop are like small spaces where it's nothing. I don't know if you could hear it, but yeah. That spaces. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, I think
um,
that's in the style. Like, I like that. But yeah, for me in the drop, well, I'm missing the bass, and overall, the chords on all the song are way too loud and super muddy. So I would definitely mix them back a little bit more, bring some more bass in the drop, and as well the rhythm of the drums in the drop is basically like kick, whereas in future bass, like I think you need to have a bit more kick, and the snare as well could have more impact, a bit more reverb. And one good thing as well in future bass is to use those reverse kick and reverse snares to bring more rhythm and groove in the drum pattern, because right now I think it's a bit too simple. So that's two things you could do to make it a bit more complex. And yeah, the chords in the when the guitar comes here, like I think it's really beautiful. It matches really well, but the chords really overpower everything. Like the vibe is amazing, but the chords are overpowering the whole song. And because it's also muddy, it's overpowering. So if you control the chords, make them softer, control the mid lows, I think it'll sound really, really good. And yeah, and to filter the build-up as well, because when the build-up starts, the chords again are way too present, way too harsh. So if you filter them, it'll get you a better build-up as well. And yeah.
Also, the Alphan Pathan asked us to review the second part of the track. So maybe the
sorry.
drop.
Check the second part of it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same. Like the chords are way too present. Like it's like the chords are the first element, then the leads way down, and it should be the opposite. So that would help balance the drop. But the idea is really, really cool. I think you'll have a great track here.
It's a nice track.
Yeah. All right, let's go to another one. We're getting there. Unsurger, I know he asked. Sorry, I forgot to reply to you, but no, your track wasn't revealed already. It is now. I hope you're still here. That little arp thing in the second part of the drop that goes left, right, and all is really, really nice. Like it's a really nice idea.
I can hear that about the quality of the audio on the screen, but it's okay.
It comes in the second drop, and it's such a great idea. Yeah, that was a great idea.
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, for me, the leads doesn't have any character. Also, the sidechain of the leads, I think that there is no sidechain or a really tiny sidechain. So try to improve that. Also try to give to the leads more something interesting, something more characteristic sound. But yes, that's the only thing that I could say. Maybe a bit more of how do you say? Work on the build up, more tension, more uplifters. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
because I don't the sound maybe more filtered in the drop, in the build up. Sorry, but yeah, for me in the drop, I'm definitely missing some bass. Like like for more bounce, for more rhythm, like this gritty bass. And also, I felt like the kick was lost in the drop. So have a bit more of a top kick, reduce maybe the claps, so that the kick is really your main drum element. And yeah, I think as well the same thing on the piano, but it's something I learned recently, like to get really like this softer piano, that like nice vibe piano, is to reduce more of the high frequencies on the piano, the velocity as well, and it'll give you this nice little soft piano that you probably want in a track like this. And yeah, it's really, really cool.
Okay.
All right, we're getting there. Oh, Mohamed, that's for you. I think you're still here. Hopefully.
This is nice track, nice production.
Yeah, no, that's nice. Yeah, Artura, I think it's because you didn't copy the right link. Because all of those tracks are private as well. It's just you probably didn't give me the right link. So just give me the right link in DM and I'll give feedback for sure. Yeah, for this track, I'm still missing some bass in the drop. Like I feel like it's a common thing. So if you listen to like reference songs, you'll see, like if you take like Severman's song for example, you'll hear that the bass is like almost the second element in the drop after the leads. And like I know the track that we signed together, they were asking us to boost the bass, like I think 3 times they asked us to put like the bass in the drop. So that's one thing. And
okay, for me, I think that there is a problem when the clubs, the stadium clubs, are starting to, for example, can you put again on the clubs, the stadium clubs? Here, here is the break.
like these?
No, before. Wait a moment. Are enough time? It's like the clubs. There must be like Can you play the track? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, are like the claps in the track are taking the place of a kick, but are not in the place of the clap.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's the problem.
I think
They
they're
must
very.
place it a bit to the right in the arrangement. That's the only problem that I got in that part.
They also have a lot of reverb as well, which
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
help make it stand out. But yeah, as well, like the kick that is coming in here, I feel like it's really weak. I would definitely change the sample and have more of a filtered with like more low end, you know, to like get the energy up, because that's what you want to do here. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all for this track.
Alright, I'll try and find H laser. Okay, let me try and find H laser. Yeah, there you go. Because I know he has to go. And we'll come back to the previous one. Cool. Just finishing. Do you want to go for it or?
Okay, so for me the art at the beginning is nice, but I think that is so present, so
Yeah,
so in
too
the front, so
repetitive.
maybe filter it a bit more and with a bit of reverb, maybe, and put it more in the back, because later you put another arp
Yeah.
that arp is gonna be is on the in the drop also, so yeah, try
But-
to make that arp more like an ambience.
Yeah, that gave me an
In the
idea.
drum.
Either more of an ambience, either you can like filter it and like open it up and then put it back, like just to give it more movement, because yeah, it was really repetitive and constantly there. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that also in the drop, I don't feel a really huge bass, a really huge bass. I miss that. Also, the kick is so high. Hits a lot to has a lot of attack. And I doesn't feel any clap and any ride. I feel only the sound design, the leads, chords,
Yeah, leads and chords are
mid bass
definitely
and the
present.
kick.
Bass, yeah. Yeah,
I don't feel
think
any other element.
it was really cool, but I felt like the leads were a bit too too monotonous. So I was missing, I think, a bit more sidechain in the lead to give it more movement. and maybe a bit too synthetic and missing a bit of organic sounds, like those strings and piano sounds in the lead, in the layers. And the piano on the breakdown is nice, but again, I would mix it a bit better because it was a bit dry, too loud. Like I would have it more softer, more emotional, to fit more in the vibe, because the vibe's really, really good. Really cool.
That's okay.
I hope he was still there. All right, Lichu Neverland. Are you here? What do you think? Yeah, Fat Red vibes, that's exactly it. Yeah,
I like it a lot, but I think that the drop and the second break, like, that doesn't have any transition. Just it's like I enter the drop and begin the break. Doesn't have any transition. Maybe there could be an aspect to improve. Yeah. Also, yeah, I like it a lot, the track. I just imagine how it will sound in a video game. Just amazing for me. I like it.
Yeah, I thought maybe some frequencies to reduce a little bit in like the 5Ks and stuff like this in the lead, to not hurt the ear sometimes, like, because there's a lot of high frequencies, so maybe try and control this. But otherwise it's pretty cool. Like, I don't have too much to say about it. I think there was some nice different parts, some movements, some contrast. It was nice. Dappy, is Dappy here? Well, we'll do it in case.
I know you've been wasting time. You don't need me, but I really don't mind it. You always say that you are fine. I know you don't, baby, you can't deny it. Calling my phone, I'm not alone. You need someone, but you don't know. You are confused, I'm so in love. Baby, tonight, show me your love. I know you can hear my heart beating 100 miles away. I know you can hear my heart. You can feel my heart, feel my heart. Yeah. I know you can hear my heart beating 100 miles away. I know you can hear my heart. You
the vibe is awesome. Like all the ambiences and everything, all the melodic elements goes really well. Like it has a nice vibe overall.
Yes, I like it, but just there's a one part on the vocal that I didn't like, but it's okay. The drop, I think that needs more downlifters, white noise,
Yeah.
because sounds a bit weak. Weak. Yes, sounds a bit weak. The drop.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think that is leaving a lot of space with the kick and the sound. The sidechain here is like something missing. Is like the waveform will be like
It's a high.
this.
Yeah, it's a strong
Yeah.
side chain.
Yeah, so maybe for that reasons feels also a bit empty. Also, more ambience in the drop. I think I couldn't hear I can hear that I couldn't hear the way the track. I don't know, but yes, maybe more ambience in the drop.
That reminds me of a trick as well,
and-
like in the drop, like for ambiences, especially for progressive house or future bass, to add like a crowd ambience, which really adds in the energy, and I think here it would go well.
Yes,
It's
usually.
in the back, like with the ambience, but it really adds, like it's I remember it's Nurko who said that. That's what he does, and I think it goes well in progressive house. But I felt like the kick was a bit weak. I would almost change the sample of the kick for something a bit more powerful. So yeah, the little scratch as well in the middle. I think it's a good idea, but I would mix it better. Yeah, I don't know how to explain so that it's less a bit, It felt too different from the mix. I don't know, just maybe a bit less loud and on the side or something, and then second drop, which is a cool idea, but just maybe mix it better. And I was thinking.
So also that effect is too in mono, sounds too in the center.
Yeah.
For that reason, it's like it's crashing. All is in stereo and just that in mono.
Yeah. And otherwise I was thinking maybe more resource sub in the break. And yeah, otherwise really cool track. All right. Is that person here?
I don't know, but I remember his name. He sent me a mail
he
some days
sent
ago, but I don't know if he's on the live.
Because it's been so long now, I'd like to prioritize the people that are in the live. Nakima, and we already heard one of your song. Oh, Expedio, he's here, he's
Yeah.
talking. Let's prioritize yours. Max Tronica, was it your name before, the R something? If it's not the same names, guys, I'm not gonna know it's you. Did I pass you? Let me know if I passed you and I'll go back to yours right after. Whoops.
Okay, I think on the build up, this guy makes the something really different because usually the people use a low pass filter and he use a high pass filter on the leads. Was I think if he cleans a bit more the leads, it will be a great idea. Also, the leads are so tiny, don't have a body. Also, the reverb on it, it's too simple. So for a big room track, usually the general is looking for a big reverb. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I really can say.
I felt the lead were really really loud as well compared to the other like to the rest of the mix. So I would just like bring them down a little bit or the rest up. I don't know, but yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. It's cool. It has variations, movement, contrast. Like yeah, it's cool. Can't really talk too much about this genre because I really don't know too much. So I'll let you.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything more to say.
Yeah. No, that was really really cool. Really cool. Max Tronica piece. That's yours.
So, who starts?
I have a lot to say.
Okay,
I
continue.
put a lot of notes. I mean, it's you know, I think he's like what 4 months into FL, first time doing this, which is like really, really, really good. So congrats for this. But yeah, you can improve it a lot, and I'm sure you will. In the breakdown, I felt like it was a bit too slow to progress, to advance. Like you need more variations. Like every 8 bars, add something new. For a long time, you had only like a hat, like tss, 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 and I think you could have already introduced like maybe a snap or a filtered kick or some drum loops. Because it's emotional, you can put cinematic orchestral drums in the background, you know, something like this to like always add something new and progress the song. The pads and chords, you know, it has like, it puts this nice ambience, but I think your ambience pads and chords needs a lot of work in the mixing to reduce those low mids, like that makes the mix muddy. So I would control this. As well, like just before the drop, like it's a cool idea, but it's definitely too thin and too quiet, because you you want to launch into the drop. So it's a good idea. It just needs a better execution. So louder elements, I guess, more fills, maybe that EQ that like removes the filters to go to the drop, something like this. And then in the drop, I think you still have the same pads and same chords. You need different chords with like different rhythm that follows the leads, for example, and everything needs to be sidechain. You need some bass as well. And I would add also some claps, some rides, like some more drums, and FX. And I would also change the kick for something a bit more powerful, because this one felt a bit weak. So maybe find another sample. And I think that'll be it for me. Sorry. It was a long list. But I'm sure it'll help the song really well, and I'm sure
it's very, very similar to the tracks that I made when I start, so I feel like identified. Yeah. So yeah, you could improve all the things that PLB said, but yeah, if you wanna, I think that this easier mix good sounds. So maybe if you, for example, the kick, if you're looking for a good kicks, you can look at the revealed free sample packs that have, especially the 7-man sample packs, the Orchestral sample packs. There are really nice kicks. So yeah, it's more simple to mix really nice sounds, really good kicks, as a bad kick. So yeah, that's a little tip, but because PLB said all the things.
Yeah, I mean, it's because I definitely recognize myself as well, when starting progressive house. But you'll do great after learning all these and all. You'll do great. All right, for a first, in 4 months, it is really good. So I'm sure you'll get there. Really nice. B3RZ, hey, glad you could make it, but no, we closed the submissions because we have too many. We've been almost like 3 hours here, so I'm trying to finish with everyone. Slake Sliger, that's gonna be your turn if you're still here. Yeah. Nice. That's gonna be a good one.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I start also.
Go ahead.
I think that the vocal in the beginning is a bit fast. Sounds strange for me, but it works great. Also, it's a bit pitched up, but works great. Works great, but in my opinion, and
it's different.
In my opinion, it's a bit faster.
Yeah, it's different. It's, I guess, original. It definitely takes you by surprise. Like, okay.
Also, I don't feel so much energy on the drop, even because maybe it's a softer. It's a softer drop, because it's kick clap. So maybe he wanted to make something soft. I'm not sure, but in that case, the build up creates a lot of tension to drop in an energetic drop. But I think that the drop is not energetic enough. So
yeah, I think it misses drums, rides, claps, FX. For
the incremental ones. So maybe. Creating a bit less of tension in the build up the drop will sound even more energetic. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt some of the impacts in this transition in the break were a bit too loud, so I would reduce those impacts a little bit. And I felt, I mean, the vocals are super original, like with all those doubles, the female voice coming in, like it was really interesting. But I think they were like super, super loud compared to the instrumental, so I would like bring them down a little bit, like a few dBs, no, not so much, but a little bit, so that it's more in tune with it. But yeah, otherwise it's gonna be great. Yeah. All right. DJ Lost World, if you're still here, that's your turn. Wow, that second drop was insane. Like that
Yeah,
was
that's
awesome.
that's right.
I was not awaiting that. Like this was awesome. Really, really cool. Yeah. The main thing for me is the vocals are really cool, as you say, but they felt very back in the mix. Like you can't really hear them. So I would definitely bring back the vocals up front in the mix. And yeah, and I would put in. I mean, the second drop was awesome, but in the first drop, I would add more fills, like for more drums. Because it was a bit empty in the drops, but otherwise, that was really,
Yeah,
really
okay.
cool.
So I don't have to say anything because it's dubstep. I don't hear too much dubstep, but I just don't hear too much sub bass on the first drop. But that's all what I can say.
Yeah. Nathaniel, absolutely no problem. I knew it was all just a question. Don't worry. I know I don't know why you guys can't go back to the live stream. It should be, but it's my first YouTube live stream, so I'll get better in the next ones with the stream settings, and I'll do better next time. Sorry about that. All right, let's continue. Oh, Cortic, that's you. I know you've been here for a while. That's gonna be your turn. Oh, there's a little secret Spanish message for you, eh? Which I understand, because I understand Spanish, but is it because you don't understand English that you want the feedback in Spanish, or not? Because if you understand English, let's just give it in English so that everyone can understand. Yeah, just let me know in the chat.
Streets New York catwalk, make your body talk that talk. Gotta get that bar, gotta work real hard. Streets New York catwalk, make Now can I get a coke with my rum? 3, 6, 9 girls wanna drink wine. 3, 2.
All right.
Okay, so what I do, I give the feedback in Spanish or in English because he doesn't answer.
Well, I asked him, but he didn't reply in the chat. But just go in English, because like if he understands English, let's just go English. If he doesn't understand English, then you can do Spanish. But it'd be better for everyone else to stay in English.
Yeah, that's right. So okay. This is something really, it's house, tech house. So, in my opinion, the vocals should be a bit more reverb, not reverb, reverb, but yes, delay, because we'll feel more the break. Like I don't know, can you play again? I don't know, any part of the track to hear again the vocals. A part where vocal.
3, 6, 9 girls wanna drink wine. 3, 2, 1.
Wine. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think that drink wine, like repeating that last word, it will be really nice. And yeah, that's something that I could.
I mean, I know this
because.
Oh, sorry.
No, okay. And because the kick is nice, the bass is really cool, the groove is also cool. Just this a bit detail in the vocal will improve the track a lot.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know. I personally don't really like too much when it's too repetitive, but I know this is the genre. But I felt like the bass, I felt like the bass was repeating every 4 bar, even if it's not 1 bar. So if it could be like a 8 bar loop, it would be a bit different and have those jumps and I don't know, just to give it more variation and make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, otherwise it's a fun track. These vocals are really fun. It's a good idea.
And also, can we check the last demo because now I have to go. Just
okay.
the last one.
Okay, Juan is here, so let's do Juan, because I know he's here. He's in the live, so let's do that.
Some days are different. At least we all agree nobody listens when we try and speak, and they'll keep taking the parts they want from me. 'Cause everyone here is alone in this city. Wish I saw it coming. I'm tired of running from this place. I'm losing faith. I feel like I am disappearing I'm losing pieces I can live without. I don't recognize myself. Ooh, don't recognize myself. And maybe I need feel like I It feels quiet.
Right, nice. You're muted, Jacko. You got me.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, duo first.
Yeah, I mean, really nice. I know if the first thing that I would go towards would be like the drop is slow to arrive, but having like the fact that I made the remix as well myself, I know that the vocals are the way it is, and it's just super slow to arrive. It's just the way it is. But otherwise, the vocals are just not loud enough. They're super like you can barely hear them in the mix. I would definitely put the vocals louder. And I know it's one thing that TG has told me, like we producers want our instrumental to be heard because we make the music, not the vocals. So we tend to put the vocals not loud enough so that we can hear the music, but the vocals still should be like the lead and the instrumental under. So yeah, put the vocals a bit louder in the mix. And in the build-up, I felt like the snare rolls, like the drums, were mainly too much on the sides, whereas I think the snare rolls should be a bit more in the center for the energy. In the drop, I would put the lead, like the screechy lead, a bit louder to be the main element in the drop. And I'm also missing this impact at the drop that you have after. Yeah, I would come straight with like the sidechain chords, but I know it's a choice as well. So yeah.
Yeah, in my case, in the break, the drums and the break, you must mix it better because for example, the acoustic drums feels too much louder in difference to the other parts, like
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
that will be like balance it better, and also in the drop, I think that this problem of the kick is doesn't have too much attack, just a bit. If you are a top kick like layering the top kick with the actual kick, you will get a really nice kick, and yeah, that will help a lot to that impact on the drop. But yes, the rest is really a really nice drop.
Cool, yeah, no, it's really nice. It's gonna be a nice 1L remix. Yeah. All right, you have to go.
Yeah, I have to leave now. And we're 3 hours of your
Yeah, we're
feedback
3 hours
was
in.
really good.
I'm gonna see if I see anyone here that submitted and is here, but otherwise I think I'm gonna take off too. Buka, are you still here? I'll stay if he's still here, but you can go if you want.
No, I will wait.
I mean, I'm just checking. Is just Buka? I know he was okay. He's here. Luke Bergs, I'm not sure he's here yet still because it was quite a while. Okay, Buka and Luke basically. All right, let's do Buka. And if Luke replies, then we'll do, and that will be the last one. Yes, we will right after. Cool.
Really nice track. For
Yeah, that's
me,
solid.
the is or using this sample that this type of hat that is going up and then going down with the pitch sounds too repetitive.
Yeah.
Also, maybe it's cool. It's a cool idea, but it's using in all the track constantly. So maybe in sometimes not every I don't know 4 bars, maybe even in 8 or yeah more. Use it less on the track because
Yeah.
feels
Yes.
like it's a good sample, but sounds too repetitive. That's
Yeah,
what.
it's the main feedback for me too. It's just I mean at the beginning like half here it's fine, but then from here to here it was like basically the same over and over again. I know there was one track earlier that was in the same style, but was able to bring some variations with a few different techniques, and that was really nice. So yeah, maybe try and bring some variations to avoid this repetitiveness aspect, and I think it'll be really really cool. Like it's a good track, good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
just at the intro, I feel like was more emotional or with more
Yeah.
feeling, but then it changed to
Yeah, it
something
definitely
more
changed.
darkest or deeper. Was a bit strange.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely did this. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing though. I can't really
But
tell.
it's curious.
Yeah. Okay, let's give them the little trailer. I'll try and not tease too much. Okay. I hope hope you didn't see the title yet. Okay, I think you should still be able to hear it, so tell me if you can hear it, and I'll try to go to... You wanted the build-up, you said, something like this.
Did you play the track or not
Huh?
yet?
What did you say?
Did you play the track or not yet? Because I don't hear nothing.
Ah, you don't hear it. Okay, so I was
No,
only one,
also
so I was the only one vibing
on-
to it. Okay. Okay, I know why. It's because I need to add it here. Okay, so tell me if you hear it now.
And I'm present,
Yeah.
waiting for you to save me, but it's hopeless.
Do you hear it?
Yes.
I don't hear it. Well, that's a problem. I don't think they're hearing it, so... Did you hear it?
Yes, I hear it.
I'll just give it a little bit more.
It's hoping for you, and it's only in my dreams that I get to hold you.
I don't know.
No,
where,
it's sounding okay.
I don't know where to stop, so you're the only one
There was-
hearing it. So
There was enough with the drop. Maybe the first bar of the drop. Yeah, it's enough.
okay, that's enough, not more. I don't know if because I think Sora have heard it, but Disaster no. Oh yeah, nice vocal. Okay, you guys heard it because I didn't hear it, which I don't know why. So I don't know what you heard, but I hope you liked it. And yeah, it'll be coming next month. Sometimes.
Even yes, 1
Alright.
month exactly.
Yeah, I think exactly. Is it exactly? Or like a couple
Not
days,
exactly.
I think. A couple days, yeah. a month, yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I think something like this. So yeah, you guys are the 8 of you are aware of it. You are only you. And sis, some are good. Some are really good. All right, enough details. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for today. That's like 3 hours and 17 minutes of feedback. I really hope we were able to help you and that you enjoyed it, and we'll do this soon again. So yeah, thanks again, J4CKO, for coming. It was really nice to have you here. And yeah.
Yes, thanks to you for inviting me.
Yeah, no,
It
that was great.
It was cool.
Yeah,
Really nice experience.
cool. All right, bye. No, it won't be on YouTube, sorry. Because I don't want people to steal the ideas. So it won't be on YouTube. All right, bye guys.
So